Hi, this is Rob Hanley with the Durham Duplicate Bridge Club on Tuesday, November the 25th for the 499er game. We have two hands for you today. The first one is number 9. Partner opens a diamond. I have 15 high card points, balanced. Most people would jump to 3-no trump here, which shows 13 to 15 balanced with no 4-card major, which describes my hand. But I found over the years that I don't like that bid because it cuts my partner out of the discussion. Partner could have a wildly distributional hand with long diamonds or even 6 diamonds and 5 hearts, and I just would be making the auction too hard for them. So instead, I'm going to bid 2 clubs. It already forces to game anyway, playing 2 over 1. There's no issue. Partner can't pass. And partners jump to 3-no trump. So that shows 18-19 balanced. 18 and 15, 33. We should be in slam. Partner's hand is balanced. Mine's balanced. I'm off to 6-no trump. Spade lead. Well, that's friendly. Declare's going to rise with the queen, hoping they cover with the king. No luck today on that, but we did get a free trick. So at this point, the contract is safe. We just need to check for the location of the king of clubs. So back to Declare's hand with a diamond and finesse that club. Okay, so the king of clubs is off at this point, but let's pause for a moment and count our tricks. We have the ace of spades and 4 hearts, that's 5. We have 3 clubs, that's 8, and 2 diamonds is 10, along with the 2 tricks we already have, makes 12, and we'll make 6-no trump. So there's no reason to think twice about finessing here. This is just a case of unblocking the 10 of clubs and taking your tricks. And on the ace and queen of clubs, Declare is going to pitch the jack of spades and the 8 of diamonds. Now, I don't normally like to claim at this point in a video, but I think you can easily see that we have all the hearts and the diamonds. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit and just claim. All right, so as a final afterthought, let's look at the robot's lead of the 4 of spades. I have to say that's a dumb lead. We bid to 6-no trump without much hesitation. We've got the goods. Leading away from a king into a slam is just silly. Not unless your partners bid the suit in some way to make you think they've got something there. Leading a diamond looks bad because East bid diamonds, and that would be a free finesse against your partner if they held anything in the suit. That means that South should be choosing between a heart lead and a club lead. I bid clubs. Maybe you don't want to lead a club. I could understand a heart or a club, but definitely not a spade lead. As it turns out, and it's purely coincidental, had I been playing the contract in 6-no from my side, North might choose to lead a spade, and I can't make it on a spade lead because I lose the king of spades, and then I still have to test the waters on the king of clubs. But as I say, that's purely coincidental and really not the reason why I bid 2 clubs in the first place. All right, we're going to pause while we move on for the next hand. All right, we're back, this time with hand number 14. Partners opened a diamond, and I have 6 spades and 5 clubs. I love these kind of hands, as Marty Bergen is famous for saying, 6-5 come alive, which basically means bid aggressively with this kind of hands. So, pretty straightforward 1 spade response. And partner bids 1-no trump. Yuck. They have a balanced hand with 12 to 14 points. They don't have 4 spades. They could still have 3, but basically they've got a minimum balanced hand. So I could bid 3 clubs or 3 spades or 4 spades if I was really feeling aggressive today, but I'm a bit concerned because I have nothing in diamonds. If my club suit was my diamond suit, I'd be off the game because of the implied fit in the minor suit. But in this case, I'm just going to start with 2 clubs. Now this is new minor forcing. It means on the diamond spade 1-0 trump bid, it means bidding the other minor, literally, which is 2 clubs in this case. It does not show clubs, it is artificial, but it shows an invitational hand and asks my partner to further describe their hand in terms of strength and what they have in the majors. So partners bid 2 hearts, and that shows hearts. They've got 4 hearts. They could still have 3 spades, but it also shows a minimum hand, 12 to an average 13 count. If they'd had a good 13 or 14, they would have jumped to 3 hearts to say they had 4 hearts, but a maximum. My hand's getting worse. I'm actually getting pessimistic with this awesome hand, and I think I'm just going to bid 2 spades. It seems like everything's working against me here. Partner could have a lot of wastage in hearts. I don't help for partner in diamonds. It's just, just too many warning bells going off. Ten of clubs lead. Okay, and they took my entry out to those wonderful hearts. That's unfortunate. Okay, so when you have an 8-card fit, as happens here, there's a good chance that the person leading it has a singleton. Many players won't even lead a doubleton. I'm not so restrictive on that, but I have to want a ruff or I won't waste time doing it. In this case, we bid diamonds, hearts, and spades, so again, it's no surprise that I get a club lead. If I duck that club, I can foresee a few problems. Let's suppose that North started with a singleton club. So I duck it to the king, and they return a small club, which would be telling their partner that when they ruff, to return a diamond, the lowest of the outstanding non-trump suits. So North would ruff the returning club, they would return a diamond to South on my right, back would come another club which would get ruffed, and I wouldn't even score my ace of clubs. Then back would come another diamond, and back would come another club. If North holds the queen of spades, they'd actually be able to over-ruff what the dummy could play. And I don't like that. It's just not good. I'd lose 3 clubs, 2 diamonds, and the queen of spades for down 1. So definitely cannot duck this club. So I'm going to rise with the ace. And I have a couple of choices here. I can just run the spades from the top, not taking a finesse. Oh, well, I could take the finesse. If I take the finesse and it loses, back comes a diamond and we get back into that club cross ruff scenario, which is all bad. So if I'm going to play spades, I need to draw them from the top. Ace, king, 10, 9, and hope the queen drops, or that I can at least draw the trump. That doesn't help me much unless the queen drops. And I still have a club problem because they're on my right. So I think what I'm going to do is try something a little different. I'm going to play the king of hearts. And what I'm planning on doing is discarding a diamond on the king of hearts. I'm kind of hoping that the player on my left has the ace. That will mean that if they ever have to lead back to the dummy, they'll be giving me tricks in hearts. And it also, and this is important, it helps sever the connection between the defenders. I'll be down to a singleton diamond if I do that, and North-South won't be able to get back and forth for a whole bunch of ruffs. So king of hearts, throwing a diamond. Back comes a club, no surprise there. And he can have that. Now he's taking the ace of diamonds, bit surprised by that. And now he's playing another diamond. Well, that worked out well. He didn't give his partner a ruff. You'll notice that his partner started with a 10 and then played a small one, so his partner had 2 clubs. So I'm going to ruff that, cash my ace and king of spades, and just draw the spades from the top. If the queen drops, that's great. And it didn't. That's okay. All my clubs are now winners. And I play another one. Doesn't really matter what I pitch from the dummy. Play another one. There goes that one. And now I'll just force out that queen of spades. And the last one's mine. Okay, so I managed to take 9 tricks. This hand is actually a really cool hand to play. There's a lot of ways you can play this hand. I think the important thing to know is that you can't duck that club, And having decided that, you can't finesse for the queen of spades, because they're going to score the queen of spades then, and they're still going to get their 2 diamonds. They're going to get the club roughs going. All in all, the play to play the king of hearts didn't cost me. I pitched what was going to be a loser on it anyway. I could never get back to the dummy to score the hearts, but as it turns out, I didn't need them. I do think that the South robot on my right should have given their partner a ruff in clubs, but it's also possible that they figured out my distribution and realized that if their partner ruffed a club, it would be with a natural trick, the queen of spades, ultimately, because they're going to get it anyway. And if I'd had ace, king, queen 6 times of spades to go with the queen of clubs 5 times, I wouldn't be in a part score, which is true. All right, that's it for this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks.